May you find happiness and peace, and may your home stand the test of time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary. Today I'll be reacting to why Americans are sicker than ever. This is a video from Charlie Keck, so without further ado, let's get started.
There is obviously a huge issue in the country with healthcare prices. What do you think is the best way to lower costs for families?
The hospitals are gouging prices significantly. We have to try to get at the root cause, which is the food that we are feeding ourselves and our kids.
That's true.
We have to get to the fact that we are an increasingly sedentary country. We aren't walking enough. We're not exercising enough. And healthcare costs are exploding because we don't actually address the root cause 20 or 30 years prior.
How do we take on those huge food companies?
Well, the first thing is we should have a real conversation about banning pesticides in when we're making our food. Ultra processed food should not be on the FDA recommended food pyramid. We have a chronic disease epidemic. It's not because our kids are lazier. It's because we are actively poisoning our kids with food from big ag that we're spraying with all these pesticides, these chemicals. And if you look at the ingredient list of just a Lunchables box, we are basically giving kids the worst thing possible for their metabolism, for their endocrinology. So that I'm more interested in the healthcare conversation that tries to make sure that a 12-year-old doesn't have to get on Ozempic by the time they're 18 years old. And just so you know, they're giving pediatric Ozempic now for 12 and 13-year-olds. They are now treating obesity as a genetic disorder that you cannot do anything about, and they just want a 12-year-old to now have to take a shot every week to try to curb their obesity, which has all other sorts of very, very negative health implications. So every day, potentially, right? And so how do we solve that? Well, my personal crusade, we have to blow up the food pyramid, that we have way too many carbohydrates in our diet, not enough healthy fats, and not enough protein. Whoever made that was obviously bought by the big ag companies, and you should just say, I'm not going to have any more high fructose corn syrup, I'm not going to have any more processed sugars, and if there are ingredients I can't pronounce, I should resist it, and you'll be a lot healthier because of it. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Wow, I think this is simple. You know, when we talk about our healthcare, we need to first of all start with what are we eating, what is entering our body, and what is living. Aside from we using the washroom, are we exercising, are we burning out fat? Do we just keep on feeding and, you know, hoping that, you know, obesity is, hereditary? To me, I feel it's not hereditary, because when I take a look at my mom, I take a look at my siblings, we are far different from each other. Like, kind of when it comes to body mass, but still, like, I feel it's not hereditary. And aside from that, people will always look for a way to profit. You see, the healthcare industry will look for a way to profit, and every other sector, you know, we always look for a way to profit. So if they see that, okay, a whole lot of people are adding more, you know, weight, they are turning obesity. So the best way for them to profit is to make drugs that would, you know, burn this fat. They won't kick against people adding weight. They won't kick against people cutting down, you know, their carbohydrate. They will encourage them to do it because they have to sell their drugs. We need to find the root of our problem before we know how to tackle these problems. And I think that is what Charlie is saying. Charlie is saying, if you see a food or anything that the name you can't pronounce it, it's better you abstain from it, because eating something you can't even pronounce, to me, I feel it does not make sense, because you need to know what is entering your system, so you know the root cause of your problem. You know, in Africa, especially myself, I battle malaria a lot, and I've been taking medication upon medication for, let's say, for years now, and it's like there's no permanent solution to it. Each time your body gets used to fighting this, you know, malaria, it's like it evolves, it becomes more and more stronger. So it's like there's no permanent solution, but we are taking the medicine, I'm buying the medicine, I'm taking my antibiotics. So why do I keep on experiencing it every time? Like, to me, I feel it's quite annoying. If I'm taking medicine, at least there should be a permanent solution, or a time duration, like, okay, from this period you're not supposed to have malaria. But since it's always coming, so I don't know if this healthcare sector are helping us or they're just profiting from us. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If it's the first time visiting the channel, click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and remember this: